Varric says hello to Captain Pikes. Two of them know each other. Unsurprising. Varric seems to know everyone.
Do all the horses seem fine? Like they're not scratched or anything?
They look scratched up, not from like animals or anything, but just
from going through
like
branches.
plants. Yeah.
Okay. So they just follow their train and just like, they're not back yet. Into the woods.
Into the wood and just right shoulder.
Nice. Okay.
You guys hit back on the wagon and get going back to town. Take you guys an hour and a half. You guys stop by the watchtower and say hello to the guards there that are not Abin and Philip. They're off duty right now. No Chili this time. Shame.
This disappoints me greatly.
Shame. Crying shame, truly.
Yeah.
And you guys eventually get back to town after 30 minutes from there. So it takes you guys like 30 minutes of your hour and a half. You get back. No children run out of the woods this time. No scoring can show up or like that.
Shame.
Shame.
Alright. I'll just chill in the back then.
You guys are chilling. You guys are chilling like villains. I make no assumption as your guys' moral alignment yet. I don't know. Maybe you guys are villains.
Secret villains.
What? Yeah, good luck.
Evil. Hello, Tango. He came at the call of evil, so I guess that tells me what his alignment is.
I mean, he's a cat.
He is a cat, and he is my cat, so of course he'd be evil. He's evil playing with a strip of paper.
Part and parcel.
Yeah. So, yeah. You guys arrive back through the gates of town. And now I change music. Oh, I'm sorry, Tango. I'm sorry.
What have you done?
Is there... I booped him on the head because he ran into my foot like an idiot. He literally full sprinted.
Why does he do
into
that?
my foot. No. I don't know why. He's done that multiple times now.
I know. It's adorable, but also slightly concerning.
Yeah, what's your guys' first stop?
From Guard's perspective, I think we should probably just report in ASAP. Anybody against
Up to you guys.
Yeah, might as well get it over and done with.
Yeah, because then we have the rest of the day to ourselves.
Yeah.
And we can definitely not get in more trouble.
Well, I mean, I'm carrying like a large sack of heads.
Oh,
yeah, which we'll discuss in a moment.
The heads.
Someone's gonna be like, hold up.
Why the heads?
Yeah, let's just get right into that as you guys go back to Expeditionary HQ. Tango, stop.
Evidence that we actually killed shit.
Yeah, and this gets a lot of attention. Here's the thing. This gets no attentions of fear or ire or anger from any of the townsmen. Just more like smiles, smirks, some like applause, like some finger guns here and there, some good jobs as you guys way back in. No, this town hates scoring cannon with a passion. So parading their heads around is a good sign.
My question is, did Roshan only get the ones we killed, or did he get all the heads?
He got all of them.
All that shit. Okay.
He got even the cannibal tribe.
Hell yeah.
That's
I think
a lot of heads.
there's like 22.
22.
Damn.
You guys even, as you guys are walking back, you guys see Oswald, and he's like leaving like a little medical shop, like a little drugstore, I guess. A little herbal shop. And like you guys are ragging back through, and he holds out a thumb. Hitch a ride, hitch a ride.
I hold out a hand and pull him onto the thing.
Alright, you know, the time I'm divine sensing.
Divine sense. He is human. He's not anything out of the ordinary. He's just weird.
He's an odd fella, but he's our odd fella.
Thank you for that very much. Welcome back, by the way. Welcome back.
Thank you, dear sir.
I see you guys were, and he points at the heads on Russians, like, sort of dangling off his side. Quite successful. Giving them the longest sleep of their lives.
I forgot I had poison.
How those poisons...
What?
Oh, you forgot to use my precious children. That's a shame. Hey, you can use them next time.
Exactly. They don't, like, expire or anything, do they?
I mean, after like a year or something.
Okay.
If you're hanging on to them for that long,
Hey.
talk. Because then, if that's the case, you'd be the perfect people to store my wine with if you're hanging on to stuff for a year and are still alive.
I mean, if you still want to give me the wine, that'd be pretty.
What are you against it? What are you against it?
Tell you what, when we get back, I'll get you some.
Oh,
But
thank you, sir.
reports first. Reports first. I'd hate to be the one that people hear from. Oh, he stopped a report from getting turned in on time. Hate to be that guy.
We have to be irresponsible.
Unfortunately.
And during that time, you guys can tell me what happened. Story over drinks. Classic as time itself.
Yay,
Yo.
liquor.
What's your partner?
That's the spirit. Spirit for some spirits right there. I like that.
Not your
Many
best
is still. It's not a joke. It's an enthusiastic response. Aminius, I gotta ask, keeping your hair clean despite spending a night out there fighting Scornken? That's pretty impressive.
You know, it's a perk of my job.
Yeah, and making toxins is mine, but hey, doesn't mean we can't appreciate them and compliment each other for it. At this point, you guys are point, just flaunt it out like this ocean breeze just Fabio's your hair out.
You see some glitter, some faint glitter.
Oh god, we have
Gust. Cast Gust.
A person behind you guys faints from the side.
That's actually how the fight works.
That's how the sleep spell works for you. You just
And that's how you get
I
a
just
secret
picked the
admirer.
distracted boyfriend meme.
Wait, what was that?
Distracted boy here.
your
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Oh,
my boy-
yes, I know the one.
And at this point, you guys are pointing to the sort of compound area that comprises Expeditionary HQ. And you guys just sort of hop off, give the horses back to the stable master, and begin heading inside. You guys talk to Charlotte, go talk to the commander and the officers. I'll be in my tower. I don't think Goal's in right now, so it'll be the perfect time for some.
He just Russian just leans over for a second. He's like, "Have any of the other groups returned?"
Ah, no, I haven't heard nothing about that.
Really?
That being said, I only woke up like an hour ago. At this point, it's like 1.
It's nice.
Sounds like my kind of man.
Are you more active during night, or is it just like you take naps when you ever?
I'm consistently active day and night.
If it works for you.
You gotta keep a watchful eye through the night for these toxins. What can I say?
Fair enough.
You guys come up to Charlotte, sitting ever dutifully at the front post. Welcome back.
What's up?
It is good to be back.
And I see that you're still fine. That is very good to hear. And see. I trust your mission was successful?
I point to the assorted skulls.
Yeah.
Oh no, these aren't skulls, these are heads.
Heads.
Oh yeah, how's
And
well,
how?
There's also
There
a
were
giant
skulls.
beast, but we couldn't really fit that one in the wagon. Just like
I'd be happy. She gestures to one sort of like a little conference room that basically just populates like certain spots in the sort of main lobby. She just gestures to one. I'll be happy to take your report there.
Fabulous.
She stands up out of her desk and just sort of her top podium position desk, which is literally higher than her fellow scribes, and then
I mean, when you're in charge, you are large. There you go.
indeed, and she meets you guys in the conference room. Ah, wait. My apologies. I need to send for a one of the royal scribes. They want a hand in the record keeping.
Royal, you said.
Yes? The royal guides here are having a more active effort due to assorted reasons which I'm afraid I cannot divulge to you.
Ah, that's kind of curious. Okay.
Fascinating.
I'm sorry. Just know that any words you tell them are fine. They're trustworthy.
Okay.
The talent is here
Imagine if
together.
they weren't, they wouldn't be around, now would they?
Indeed.
it is
So, just
hardly
wait a
your
moment.
fault.
Just wait a moment. So, she seats you guys down the room and then she excuses herself. You guys are sort of chilling there, just waiting, back in comforts of civilization. You know, this sort of big, almost like noble. It's definitely ornate, but not necessarily full noble status. Like, conference room. And then she eventually returns back and has the aforementioned scribe in tow. Tandem, you know this gentleman.
Ah.
Indeed. And then he spots you and gets a smirk on his face. Hello. Nice to meet all of you. I'm Scribe Marcone. I will spell his name out for you. Scribe Marcone, at your service. Let's get this started, shall we? Indeed. So, I'm assuming you guys just do the classic out at them.
Copy paste.
Yeah. It's not a matter of what details you put in, it's a matter of are there any details you omit or change or tweak or whatever.
It's nothing particularly to omit besides, seeing weird shit in the night, hearing weird shit in the night.
Well, that's just you. I'm talking about the group report.
I can't think
Your own specific brand of crazy is your own specific brand.
There's nothing I personally exclude.
Get used to this process now, because I will ask it later in the future, and then maybe later in the future you tweak or omit the details. But for the time being, you guys just tell them as is. What you guys did, the effigies you saw, watching the two tribes kill each other, to which Marcone just... I like that a lot. Clever. And, Charlotte nods, in agreement with that. And then that ends the count with, and he counts the skulls, or not the skulls, the heads from Russians.
On them.
Yeah, to a degree. And that ends with a quite nice kill count. Indeed.
There were more, but the heads were not intact.
Haha, glory heads, huh? Fair enough.
Unrolls the large leather. This was their worst.
Ooh, I don't touch any of that, I'm afraid. He looks over at Charlie, slightly nervously, slightly I'd recommend taking that down to Darren in R&D. He is the expert. If you had to just glean any information off of it. Is there anything else for expeditionaries?
Have the other groups come back?
I'm afraid not. You guys are the first ones back.
Any expectations on when they might be? Or is that completely...
She shrugs. I'm afraid I have no information.
Scribe Marcone, that is quite impressive penmanship. Mate, me being a cartographer, I think would like to compare notes at a later time.
Certainly. I mean, I'm going to be around HQ for a little bit while longer, so perhaps once you talk to our heretical expert and do whatever you need to get done, come find me. I saw some... He looks down at the small stack of papers he has. I still have some duplication to put in.
Understood. Appreciated.
Who knows? You can watch me do stuff. Pick up a trick yourself, huh? But, he stands up. Charlotte? He shakes her hand. Expeditionaries, I'll be seeing you. I'm a busy man. Farewell? And he departs and closes the door behind him. So, do you wish to give the report, or just simply say you've given the report to the commander? Or do you want me just to handle the papers here?
Whatever is best for you, I assume.
I mean, if you wish to handle the papers yourself, then that would certainly save me some effort.
Looks to the group.
Up to you guys.
I don't see why not.
Might as well, we have nothing much else to do.
Excellent. And then afterwards, see Ember for your payout. And with that, she slides a stack of papers over to Tanim. I bid you adieu. And then leaves the room herself.
Well, to the commander, then, I suppose.
To my cousin. Same room as she's always perched in, probably. It's at her office. Varric stands up.
May I suggest we knock gently?
He raises an eyebrow. Might have asked why.
Call it my gut instinct, something about their reaction.
Sure. So, Varric leads you to along the similar line. First taken to, and again taken into for the debriefing for Operation Scornward. But at some point, a different turn gets happened, and you guys are brought into an entirely different wing, filled with sort of sub-offices. Go into the top floor of it, find the head office, and then Varric just gives you one last look at him, and then just knocks on the door. You guys hear Elena's voice, shout out from inside the room. Come in. And then Varric opens the door and holds it open for you guys and gestures to go inside.
I promptly present the report.
She is not alone in the room.
I hold out the papers oh.
Awkward.
Yeah, sitting at the other end of her desk is a very... he's casually armored, if that makes sense. So it's armored, but sleeves and stuff like that are pretty open, except for elbow pads and a pauldron and stuff like that. It's basically meant for easy use throughout the day, but still technically being considered armor. So it has a breastplate and stuff like that. Looks very noble.
Is this a bad time?
You guys recognize this man. You guys have seen him once. This is your guys' royal governor.
Oh.
Not at all. Not at all. Come in. Lena just sort of has her hands on her desk. Helmet off. You guys come into the room and Varric closes it behind you guys. You guys are back. And she looks at a clock on the wall quite quickly. That's good. And she notes the papers in your hand. And she holds out a hand herself to receive them. Your report.
I hand them over.
She begins reading it over. And sort of, royal governor just sort of lean back in the chair, you are just sort of waiting for her to finish reading it. Unless there's anything you guys want to do, or talk to the royal governor about, whatever.
Sandra would hold out her hand and say, "Pleasure to meet you."
Pleasure to meet you, expeditionary. I make introductions, but I think most people in this town know who at this point.
You're not wrong.
Call me Desmond.
Sandra, pleasure.
Pleasure.
Desmond. I can't spell.
He eyes the scoring can heads on Russian. Quite the show, expeditionary. Quite the show.
We try our damnedest.
As long as it doesn't start doing any sanitary problems.
Didn't much think of that side. No, it's not my problem. Not my problem.
Well, they were dripping earlier, but I'm pretty sure they've stopped now, right?
Yeah, at this point,
They're
they bled out, dried out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no drippy anymore.
Lena puts down the last page of the report and just. She has a very small smirk on her face. 2 clans in 1, or at least the majority of a clan. That's good to hear. Well, you guys are the first team back, and I imagine, if my calculations are correct, Daxton's team will be back either the night today if they want to, or the next day. As for that remaining third team, she shrugs. Who knows?
They might need a bit longer.
Regardless, we'll send for you whenever the next stage happens. Although that might take some time, if I'm being honest. She says this looking at Desmond. You know I'd said that, dude. No, what? Nothing more gets said between them. They sort of know what the other one's talking about.
Have also discovered some devil dogs out in the frontier.
Yes, I read that here in your report. In technicality, as expeditionaries, you guys are the only ones free to go into the lands to do whatever it is you want to do, within reason. If you want to go track down these hellhounds, be my guest. That being said, I discourage wanton death and the brushing of it.
It is not wanton concerns feed.
Which do you prefer? Random fiends or the target of Scornken, who plague the entire land? I'm willing to overlook the hellhounds and give them over to the Wayset Guard. But Scornken are a much more situational threat. And I need certain situational specialists, and she gestures to all of you guys, to deal with them.
It's kind of grits his teeth.
I know it's not an easy ask for you. But consider that you're but one part of this entire front. That being said, as well, she reaches into, just opens up a drawer from her desk, pulls out a paper, sits on the table and slides it over, and closes the drawer. I believe you'll want to be attending this tomorrow. It's the unveiling of the Second Waiver Memorial grounds, with the first name already added to it.
Oh, is this a formal type of event?
Your former companion is but one of what likely will be many. It's a formal event for the memorial grounds, but I feel like you guys have a more personal reason for being there when it opens up.
This is true.
And may your names never join. Just it's a counter death threat, I guess. Reverse death threat.
You better not be dying.
I'll revive your ass myself.
It's the payday get the fuck up thing. I threaten you to life.
I think a reminder of life would be exactly what Rhaenys would have wanted.
She just holds out a hand, like a gesturing hand to you guys. You would know her best. Now, if there's nothing else, me and the governor have some more things to discuss.
Shin nods.
Which is absolutely none of our business.
Called upon.
Really resisting my urge to detect thoughts.
You
How
can
dare
if
you
you
say
want.
that about Varric's cousin? She's your boss.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be a wise decision, so I'm not going to.
Like Lena, notes you're sort of your eyes just open up ooh, gossip, and she notes it. Nothing scandalous, I assure you, expeditionary. If you want to stay for a part of it, you guys can. We're simply talking about the next steps of the operation.
Aminius is immediately bored.
I'm gonna be against whatever going on over here.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to stick around?
We didn't really have much of another plan.
Have you seen the huntsman?
I believe the huntsman was deployed out into the waters, so I'm afraid he's not around right now.
If you say he's
Varric just sort of does a. You guys see Varric does a. And then you hear him mutter, "Falcons and dogs and."
Oh my.
You know what? That
They've been given proper equipment, Varric. Don't worry.
Did you get the
He
little
holds up
dog
hands.
rotis?
Yeah, he holds up 2 hands. You're the commander. That I am.
Commander.
Mm.
Is he hunting
Just
down
imagine
giant
the dog
crabs?
just-
Because if he was, that's exceptionally ironic.
She pulls open a drawer on the opposite side, and just sort of pages, like opens up like a manila folder and just sort of grabs some papers out of it. Let's see. Triton, no.
Okay.
No. Some reports have been made for giant crabs, yes. She puts the papers back and sticks it back in the folder and closes it up.
Hey. Anyway.
Why do you ask?
It was just a casual topic of conversation, and I found it's ironic.
She blinks unamusedly at you, but doesn't push any further.
It's terribly boring.
Russian just walks out.
Ta-ta.
Right, well, take that as evidence that we're done, or...
You're dismissed.
Alright,
We'll send for you again with a courier, a runner, some sort of messenger when we have need of you again.
cool. See ya!
You
Well, I'll do like a
Off to the
salute.
bar.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm after that free bottle of wine that Oswald mentioned.
I forgot that was a thing for half a second.
Oh yeah, I've highlighted it.
Underline, exclamation point, put arrows around it.
Pretty much, yeah.
What's that captain's name?
Pikes.
Yeah, Captain Pike.
Pikes.
Oh, Pikes.
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 That's his last name.
Ah, I spelled it wrong.
Charlotte, there we are.
Thank you.
Wait a sec, guard Captain Pikes.
Guard Captain Pikes.
You even got the voice out, nice.
So, you guys leave Desmond and Lena to discuss the continued plans, the next steps of your guys'
bow
job.
out.
Yeah.
Anyways.
As you guys open the door, you guys are greeted by a familiar holy man by the name of Quentin.
What name is that again?
Pleasure to see you again, Quentin. He was a guy
Steve.
called Wolf.
Oh, here we go.
Welcome back.
Are we on your way?
Back so soon?
Hi.
Not at all. I was actually coming to see you guys.
Really?
You'll be happy to know that the children have awoken.
Oh,
I heard from Charlie you're coming up here.
Oh, well, thank you for that.
They're quite keen on seeing you all. Although I'm afraid I will give you a heads up that the boy cannot speak.
Physically unable to.
No, he's cursed by some sort of magic.
That's an interesting one.
And while we've pondered the idea of using spells to remove the curse, it seems that removing the curse will kill him.
oh shit.
That's a
seems like-
fascinating one.
That
Indeed.
is, yeah.
The blasphemer made his own rounds on the boy, did his own analysis, and it seems that the spell is the thing that's keeping his heart alive. The girl is fine.
Perhaps he can learn to speak with his hands.
Oh.
Or a
Perhaps.
little clicky device.
Baron just gives you a look. The clicky device is enough.
I was making a sarcastic
He
joke.
he reaches into his patch and makes the noise of the. You think this replicates a whole language?
I was making a sarcastic joke.
A bit inappropriate time, don't you
You're
think?
not wrong.
He rolls his eyes. Sign language, yes, Samuel. That would likely be the best form. Pen and paper, perhaps. If he ever becomes magically acclimated, he can simply sign out words in the air with magic. We shall see.
Can you read and write? Sorry, you might have just said that back in his own.
As far as aware, they have no forms of education. So,
Okay.
How old were the kids again? I can't remember off the top of my head.
The girl was a-
13.
there you go.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Damn, son.
I don't
Good
know how
job,
to
remember that.
I'm actually
remembered?
really surprised.
So,
Okay.
shall we see them then?
Yeah.
You guys go to the medical wing, which is on the way to the Alchemist Tower for you day drunkards.
Yeah.
Later, after the children.
Yeah.
Oh, man, sorry, here it goes.
I don't think stinking away would be a very good session on them.
Yeah, as I say, Russian, which is like head towards the tavern. Like, I will meet you when you come back.
Okay.
Oh, you going to the Wayfarer's Fork?
Yeah.
All right.
He's got to
Cool beans.
resupply his dealer. So he can resupply him.
So yeah, Roshan departs you guys' company. This is like in an RPG thing where it says blank has left your party, and then you'll get them back later. Yeah, it's like that. So you guys go see the kids. Inside you see Gaul. He's unsurprisingly the head apothecary around here. You see a couple other not similarly dressed. Gaul wears the lab coat, medical gear sort of deal. One of them does appear to be some sort of herbalist, and another one appears to be a mage. You can just tell by their vestments.
Okay.
The saviors. Let us depart. Let them have their words. Two of his peers nod, and then they all depart the room. Quentin also leaves as well, closing the door behind them. The kids have food set out in front of them. They are no longer on some sort of IV drip or anything. Go, you guys. They're able to eat and drink properly on their own. The girl, as you guys enter, gets her face looks very weary, weathered, and exhausted, but amidst it, the smile on her face is just sort of that little flicker of an ember.
Oh, alright. I'll just go, hiya.
Hello.
How's it going?
She has a loaf of bread in her hands, and she just holds it out, just in between you guys.
We're fine. You should probably eat.
Okay, you have it.
Yeah, she looks still very skinny and malnourished.
I ate on the way, it's good.
She takes a bite out of it. It's like Abu from Aladdin, eating the bite of bread. There's not sliced up, there's no dead. It's just a huge chunk out of it.
Looks like they're eating a pillow. It's delicious.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But yeah.
Silence fills the room.
I know.
Silence, yeah. I mean, one of them can't fucking talk, so.
Yeah.
Are they sitting on a bed?
Yeah, they're sort of on the one of the medical hospital beds that can perch itself up, lean itself up.
I'll squat down so that I'm about level with them.
They're not okay. The bed's not that low. It's at the bed by itself goes to waist height, and then from there, yeah. So you still look down to talk to them, but it's not. They're not at the fucking ground. Is what I'm saying.
Are they feeding you well?
Mm-hmm. Is she just with the bread still getting chewed up in her mouth, just does that open her mouth?
Yeah, well, you seem to be pretty occupied with it.
She's chewing.
Did the medical people give a name of these two, or have they not?
They never said. And Quentin's on the room before you go asking.
Yeah. Hey, could we ask what your guys' names are?
I'm Brianna.
It's a precious.
And he's Benji.
Brianna and Benji.
Oh god, how do you spell Rihanna?
I will tell you the way I've spelled it.
Okay, thank you.
And then I think Benji's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I got that one.
It's
Oh,
spelled like
Brianna.
banana.
Okay.
It's kind of like
okay.
Brianna with an E.
I thought it was Rihanna.
No, Brianna.
Okay.
B Rihanna.
Thank you.
Not Rihanna. Not like the
Yeah, I know.
Ariana
it's just
Grande.
No, that's one of the bards.
Oh god. The Bard College is actually just a party college.
You guys enter the Bard's College, and you guys get help, a held person, and then are forced to walk out, and then you guys hear "Thank you" next ring out in the background.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Immediately
that's the
turn around and
Barcode.
leave.
Yeah. Anyway, so Brianna and Benji. Other names.
As we get out, I'd ask the what was his name again? The doctor person, the medical
Gaul.
Gall. I'll ask him. Have they spoken at all about what they were running from, or why?
Gaul, like, with like a very stoic, straight face, just slowly nods his head. We have not asked them yet. We're still ascertaining the sort of their psyche, seeing if we should even bother pushing.
Perhaps that is for the best.
You know,
I leave it to your expertise.
Might be best if you get someone that's closer to their age, too.
We shall see. We will not begin any efforts until we can at least confirm that they might not relapse into something worse. You see them now, they seem quite content. Dare I say, out of place attitudes for what they went through. So we're wondering how much of that they've repressed. They remember their names, which is good.
Have they said anything? Oh, well, I suppose not, no, but I mean, like,
Quentin has told you, no? That the boy cannot speak.
yes.
Beyond that, the girl has not said much. That being said, they have not been awake for that long. So, only time shall tell. In the time being, we're merely monitoring their nutrient intake, things like that. Before we start poking at their minds, we should confirm that their bodies will not fail us.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Regardless, they seemed quite keen on seeing you all. That is
Well, I
one
mean-
detail that they certainly have not repressed.
Mm.
Although the contents that they described to me are, and he looks at the clipboard he has, they seem different from the reports I've been hearing. So perhaps you guys can confirm or deny certain things.
Oh, what did they say?
He looks at the clipboard.
Could in the background, Sean just doing like card tricks with the Minions while they're all talking over there.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's adorable.
So who's talking to Gaul? So from the sounds of it, Wise, Tanum, Samuel.
What?
Like you three are the ones that are talking to Gaul.
Yeah. Right, at least.
Well, yeah, three of you are,
Mm-hmm.
as evidenced by the conversation. Let me see here. Some of these details certainly seem outlandish, and we were simply to malnourishment hallucinations. But I do not know. Perhaps they mean something else. You tell me. They described running through the woods, but the woods that they described to us are not what is there. They say the woods that they ran through were more than green. They were blue, pink, purple, things like that. That the world around them was hazy. But despite the colors, the world around them was still dark, mischievous, evil. Faded, one might say.
I've traveled a lot. Does this remind me of anything?
Roll me background information.
Tales?
I mean, yeah. Do I like from?
Nope,
what
never
I've
heard of
read-
it.
From
Yeah,
what I've
you
like
know-
read or anything? Could I?
I mean, I will tell you all, like, this sounds like a fairy tale circumstance. Like, pretty classic Feywild stuff, like a nature that's multicolored and stuff like that.
Mhm.
That being said, usually when people describe the Feywild, it's so bright and glorious and beautiful and amazing, not dark, evil, and faded. Like, now we're approaching something that's not correct to any stories you've heard. Again, Gaul remarks is that they simply might have been hallucinating, which is pretty not, like, it's not that surprising.
I can detect thoughts.
Well, the detect thoughts will just tell you what they're thinking right now. It doesn't detect if they're
Yeah,
hallucinating
that's
at
true.
that point in time. Gaul continues. And then they said they ran out to a wheat field. He looks up at you guys blankly. There was no wheat there. Where the wheat was like sunshine itself. He looks up at you guys. We are not on some godly plane as far as I'm aware. He looks back down at the clipboard. And then the descriptions of you are slightly, well, mostly accurate, but there are some details here that I... Well, question.
Mhm.
They described the Genasi with you at the time, the one of them, as a moving statue whose mouth and eyes are pouring with water. I have heard what has happened to your friend, and for that you have my condolences, truly. But, statue as she might be now, I do not believe she was a statue then. Moving on. They describe a whirlwind of sorts. Of dust and sand. There as well. And from that whirlwind, a lance was shot. Does this have any significance to any of you? Lances? Whirlwinds?
The sands eventually takes everything.
That may be for your Frisian culture, but as far as I'm aware, you are not made of sand.
Not yet.
I've always admired that about Frisian culture, so bleak, yet optimistic at the same time.
Make most of the time you have.
Other than that, most descriptions are fairly accurate to what you guys look like. He gestures you guys up and down. A knight with glowing armor. A youthful knight, and he gestures to you, Samuel. This is quite peculiar to me. They say they saw a giant rat. Do any of you own a giant rat?
Oh, they did not justice, Augustus. Is that
I'm
what
assuming
we're
this rat
talking
is yours.
It is not a rat. I'm going to pull him out and be like, does he look like a rat to you?
He holds out a hand. That is merely the designation the retorter took. They did not necessarily say this. We did not copy it with.
Okay. I will not get offended. They're kids. It's fine. They're stressed. It's okay, Augustus.
Let's see.
Did they call me a young knight? What?
A youthful glowing knight, it says here in this report. Let's see, what else? Yes, an elf with a face of wood. Does your wood elven compatriot wear a mask during your missions?
Not to my recollection.
More hallucination works then. Other than
Now
that,
that you mention it, I did shoot an arrow at their pursuers.
so the arrow likely is constituted as a lance. He holds up like a sort of grandiose hand. Let's see. Oh, the irony that Varric in all tales is quite a plate-headed person. So, other than that, general descriptions were nothing outlandish or hallucinogenic. Which is why we think it is a hallucination. If there was some sort of mind influence upon them, likely all of you would have had something to yourselves, but the rest of this seems very straightforward.
But what surprises me is the strong connection that they necessarily would not know about. I have never spoken to them about the sands. How would they know?
That is a source of confusion as well. They obviously have not had the chance to truly talk to their children. And also, they both confirmed their own reports. One confirms the others. Now, this might simply be some sort of psychological trick where the boy agrees with his older sister, trusting her judgment, which is no fault of his own. But that being said, if they both truly do have this report, people seldom few have the same hallucinations. So that is something of note as well. Regardless, and he tosses a sort of like overview abstract paper back over the stack of papers that he's been reading from. Regardless, we'll be monitoring them, inquiring about the curse that afflicts the boy. But regardless of the curse, treat them well.
Certainly. Let me try something. I will be very careful. I will move over to the kids.
He holds out a hand in front of the door before he reads. I would request that you inform me of your procedure before or any of the staff's permission.
Certainly, I was simply going to ask them what they see when they look at me right now.
Very well. And he raises his hands like a toll gate, almost like.
I nod and then I head in. Find a moment when they're not super preoccupied by something else.
I imagine after a point, Aminius and Sandra know that you're there, and they sort of stop their tricks for a moment.
Brianna, Benji, can I ask, when you look at me, do you see something different about me than the other people assembled here?
Your hair's short. You're very facepalm at that.
Anything else?
You have very nice eyes.
You are very kind. Anything else?
She shakes her head. No.
I take out.
A bunch of cards happen.
I take out my hour.
Don't worry about
I take out my hourglass.
Uh huh.
And I turn it. Have you seen this before?
She shakes her head. No. What is it?
It is an hourglass.
She sort of stares at the sands of it.
The sands were from my homeland, very far away.
Wow. She just starts staring at it. Lost in its sort of tranquil, orderly ticking.
I find it gives me peace, calm.
Mm-hmm. She nods at that while still staring at it.
So
does it do you, when you look at this, do you think of anything?
She said, no. I think it's very nice though.
I can see that you are very clever.
She gets a wide smile and looks away from it at you, beaming at you, despite her weary face.
why are you asking if they see something different there?
I am curious. Curiosity is a good thing to have.
Unless you're a cat.
I don't follow.
You never heard that phrase. Never mind.
Common is my second language.
And Frajarn is my 53rd because I have no idea how to speak it. Don't worry, I'll tell you.
Your list of priorities is impressive.
It's very detailed. Nevertheless, I believe you two wanted to see us for some reason. You're very adamant about it.
Brianna just still smiling. I wanted to meet you.
Oh, that's very sweet.
And you see off to the off next to her, Benji nods for. He doesn't make any noise, but he just nods, very enthusiastically. I want to say thank you.
Oh, you're very much welcome.
I'm very glad you are safe now.
So we're just
I'm
chilling.
By playing cards now. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, I can tell. The audible thing it is, I can quite tell.
I forgot how loud those things are.
Go, sort of, at the door. Darren is behind him.
Right.
Perhaps we should get back to our own business.
Okay. Feel free to stop by. I don't want to, be a bother, but...
Oh, certainly not.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
I just sort of lean away, Tandem, she gives you like a hug onto your arm. Thank you.
I give it a light squeeze.
Tandem the Child Whisperer.
It's not hard whispering.
That's not a good
phrase.
title. That's a very yeah. I feel like Chris Hansen's gonna knock at the door now.
Open up!
FBI, open up.
Why don't you
You
take a
guys-
seat?
I'm gonna get that in.
You guys just are gently ushered out of the room, and the door gets
Bye.
the door gets closed when the two staffers as well as Quentin go in the room, and then it's just you guys and Gull and Darren out here.
On the way out, could she like just leave her hat there?
Sure.
Yeah. It's like a little
Benji tucks it onto his head.
Yeah, it's a fucking.
It's way too big for him.
Adorable.
Yeah.
That's cute. Just gonna wave enthusiastically, put my tongue out at them.
When the doors closed, I'd mentioned to Gol that they had no recollection of anything connected to sands or lances or hurricanes when they looked at me or the hourglass.
So I heard when you were in there. Inform the elf later. Darren. First off, welcome back. All of you, welcome back.
Thank you.
Secondly is, I think I know the source of our kids here. And it might be a bit different than what we were thinking.
Oh. Well, go
After doing some more testing on the energy sort of permeating the boy's literal essence, the thing keeping him alive right now, I think I've found the source of these children, and, well, through these. And he holds up the two split halves of the orb that you left to enchant your sword with. Tandem. He holds them, like he reaches it into like a pocket and pulls it out. I think our children here are from a trader camp somewhere.
That is worrisome.
It is for multiple reasons, he says, looking at Gull. If these children are spies, then the world is truly fucked. The world has always been fucked, Gull. You true god-worshipping folk just simply don't realize it.
Wow, the world must be getting a lot of action.
Perhaps. So,
Inappropriate timing.
these children are from the similar people from similar capacities as, and again he holds up the split halves of the marble, the sick aft marble. Of course, as for where they came from, when they left it, well, he looks at Gull again. It'll take some mental prodding to find that out.
And for what purpose
Which will not-
the kid was cursed?
To keep him alive, perhaps?
Or keep him quiet? Literally?
That is the latter option that you're thinking. Regardless, do not worry yourselves with the details. We will be working on it ourselves.
It would
That
be a
means-
cruel twist of fate if they're...
Which, Gull holds up a hand. Brings us to our next point. Do not divulge any critical information to them, in case they are either spies or enchanted spies or something.
Yes,
Best agents are the ones that don't know they're agents.
this is true. And it would be very heartbreaking if their conversations with us led us to... Traitors can be parents too.
They can be. It's a shame they're traitors. Regardless.
Indeed.
Regardless. Just leave it to us. Again, you're free to stop by at any point and chosen with. As assholish as I am, I'm not lacking of heart. Him, on the other hand, he gestures to Darren, who just shrugs. I cannot speak the same. But just remember, do not speak of any critical information with them.
If he has no heart, how does he live?
Who says I was alive?
You really don't understand sarcasm that well, do you?
I took it quite seriously.
Eh.
Who says I was alive?
I meant more
Who
him, but your comment is equally as interesting.
Yeah.
He gets a smirk.
And your reaction is well worth it.
Hey.
Some other time, Expeditionary, some other time. Regardless, I have work to get back to. I'll be seeing you, Expeditionaries. Goal. Good day. He turns on his heel and leaves. So Varric just sort of leaned against the wall. So you guys still planning on getting drunk?
Hell yeah!
He shakes his head.
Not drunk.
Oh, wasted, you mean? No.
No, I plan to be responsible.
I only drink for pleasure, not for intoxication.
Oh, you guys are boring. Jesus Christ.
No, we're called responsible.
Or whatever god equivalent that would be.
So you guys go down deeper into the medical wing off this tower. It is Sans one Gaul, because you literally just saw him at the other place, and it has one Oswald. Hey, you guys made it. You guys made it. How was the report? Good, I hope.
That's what you
survived.
expect.
That's good to hear. Good to hear.
Did you hear the
I did you the hostly courtesy. I said for you right there.
Oh, wonderful.
Already poured. Already poured.
Oh, yes.
So I'm just gonna put like whatever drink it is.
It's like a whiskey tumbler. It's like a whiskey tumbler of this. Instead of the shot from before, it's a whiskey tumbler.
Delicious.
Ooh, I do like me some of that. Pass it here.
Really hits the spot. You know, I think there's a certain charm to drinking in the day, with the sunlight out, the breeze of the sea. I think there's just a certain beauty to it all, really.
I heartily agree.
Oh, yes, definitely.
This is when Crash opens up the Monster Energy.
Cracks a boy open with...
Cheers.
Cheers.
No, I'm not gonna actually drink.
It may indeed have its charm, but let me tell you, when you look up at the night sky, zero clouds anywhere. In the middle of the night, no light for miles and miles. You can see. It is a massive expanse of stars and silver. It's quite the setting for a drink.
Yeah, it definitely sounds it, yeah.
Sounds like you guys have a poet or a bard in your midst. You should take a trip by the Bard's College here in town. I think they'd like your company a lot.
I definitely want to hear some of the stories. Though.
I could tell you the story about the time I fought hyenas with my bare hands.
I do want to know more about hyenas.
You don't have bare hands.
You know what? I own the Swan. I own those tumblers. Just take the trip around town, drinking in the streets.
Oh, is that allowed?
I
don't really know, but who's gonna stop us? They're just like from the side, like you guys look at him to be trusted. He just shakes his head, like just does like the neck chopping, like don't like no.
Aminius
That would look
is
rather
like,
bad for us.
We just killed a beast the size of the house. I'm sure we can be drunk in public if we want.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what happened to that
I'm
big
thinking-
guy with you, the one with all the heads?
Oh,
He went his own way.
I believe he was actually
Oh.
headed to a different bar. Wait,
Is
did he
it?
actually?
Head-
Wait, let's go to a bar. Perfect. They can't or
Yeah,
drinking. He does like the taps the side of his head, like the the meme. That's some genius right there. That's some genius right there.
Aminius starts nodding like, I like you.
Yeah.
I take a sip of the tumbler, sort of crinkle my face, and then pour the contents of my tumbler into Wise's glass.
Oh, yes, thank you.
And
You are a dear friend.
Alright, so you just pour it in there.
I appreciate the offering. Thank you. I'm a down it.
Oh, you down? You just throw it back?
Oh, yeah. Of course, yeah.
Alright, make my
Actually,
constitution
no,
save throw.
Actually, wait a minute. This is whiskey, isn't it?
Where the hell did you go, Tango?
We're gonna have to get shown to that one drinking perk from.
I know there is.
Wait a minute, where's
Whatever it's
Constitution?
It's a constitution. Actually, no, wizards aren't trained in constitution. 19! That's good. Gain resistance to lightning and thunder damage.
What is this man putting these things?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Resistance to what? Sorry.
Lightning and thunder damage until your next long rest.
Okay.
Oh yeah, funny thing is the poison damage was actually, if it hit the right people, it could have been resisted because you guys had resistance from the previous day.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well.
I forgot about that actually.
Oh wow.
Hindsight's a bitch.
Indeed. So,
Anybody
shall we
wanna
take
go
this
with
show on the road?
Also, before we head off, being such a
Yeah?
gracious host, would you mind?
I know.
Would you mind filling this up for me? And she has her whiskey or her flask.
Oh yeah, can I get a refill, please?
Oh no, my friends, the contents of this bottle, he holds up like a moonshine jug, are staying firmly in it. I don't put it in other containers except cups
I've got
or
a cup.
glasses.
I've got a cup.
Or, well, save it for the bar. Save it for the bar.
Oh, you're fine.
We gotta keep the party moving. Come on. And then you get walking out. Come on.
Yeah,
This is
but
a
you say
terrible
drinking
idea.
in the streets.
It
It's a
is.
fantastic idea.
There remarks. You guys go on ahead. I'm gonna go take a trip to Abigail's. Oh no! All right, D.
I should also see a man about penmanship.
Is that a euphemism?
Probably.
Oh damn! I didn't know your door swung that way, but I respect that. Love should be taken in any direction, in multiple
There are
ways.
certain
Yeah, dude, love you,
swing
love
both
you.
ways, yes. Oh, you mean in the... Okay, no.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Right.
I mean, how long you gonna take? I don't like excluding people from the party. We can just wait a little bit. Do some drinking in the lobby. Technically not a public establishment.
Drink in the
I
lobby.
feel if Charlotte saw us, that'd be
Oh, a
We'll
few
give
hours
her
at
a
least.
glass.
fair enough.
I will be a few hours at least, I think.
Ooh, are you sure? Maybe you could... Who are you talking to? Maybe we can take him with us.
I believe his name was Scribe Marcon.
Oh, yo, we'll take Scribe stuff.
I think we should grab Ian. Since last time we went out, we didn't invite him. And he's let us stay in his fucking house.
Oh, I haven't seen Ian all day. I thought he was out on a mission.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are one of the first peoples back in. Congratulations, by the way. He holds up his own tumbler. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers.
I'll raise my glass.
But yeah, let's grab Marco and bring him on the trip. In our favorite ship.
I feel like that's a song I've heard before.
Yeah, it probably is. I think it's a sea shanty or something. But yeah, let's go. Grab him. Come on.
What was religion dude's name?
Religion.
Quentin.
I forgot. I was just like, I need a real quick title for him.
Yeah, Quentin.
Not like holy medic or paladin or cleric or whatever, just like holy dude.
This is the religious guy.
You're not
Real
wrong.
zealot of a man.
Anyways.
Yeah.
You guys are descending the Alchemist Tower right now. Leaving the medical wing. Alright, Marco's probably over there.
If you guys don't mind, I have my own kind of business to attend to.
Oh, what is with all you guys and your own private business? Private business can happen any time.
Well, it's also an excuse not to drink with you guys.
You don't
Oh,
gotta
come on,
drink.
Sammy.
More for us. You don't gotta drink.
Sammy,
No, come on, dude.
Take his leave.
It's team bonding, okay? It's very important. to get
I don't want to hear it,
Yeah.
Sandy.
level.
I need Sandy and Sammy both.
Yes.
Wait,
that
when
a
you say
euphemism?
Sandy, do you mean
I'm not
Sandy?
100% sure what you
Yeah.
mean, but yes.
Come on, kid. Loosen up a bit. It'll be a good time, I promise.
As soon as he says kids, it should like just fucking daggers at him. Just like
Oh no, he said the word.
I'll be okay, I promise.
No.
Alright. I won't push it further.
Do you mind if I tag with you, Samuel?
Oh, come
What
on.
is with everyone doing this? Oh my god, I should just go back in the tower.
You still have like 3 people going with you.
We're losing 2 out of 5. That's like 40% right there, I think.
That just means 40. That means more alcohol for you. I don't know the exact.
Well, he wasn't going to drink anyways, so...
Trust me, knowing me, I probably
Whatever.
drink that entire bottle. But anyways.
I highly doubt it. Last time someone tried doing that, they ended up in the medical wing.
What do you put in that? You know what? I don't want to know, probably.
That's damn right you don't.
Alright, whatever. You guys are going fine. Party poopers. What are you going off to do anyway? What did you going off to do?
I have business
No.
of my own.
Like what?
Business that is my own.
Oh, are you a merchant?
Yes. That's why selling is a big bag of it's my own business, not yours. Goodbye.
She doesn't want to get
Getting
grilled
sassy.
by Wise.
So, yeah, I guess. Oh, no, come on. I promise. I promise I won't.
I think you guys will have fun all by yourselves. You're all fine.
I'm just walking off while they're bickering.
I'm following Samuel.
Oh, come on, guys. You're making me cry.
Don't get too drunk. If I don't get too drunk, I mean definitely get drunk. Bye.
Oh. Such a dick. Right, okay.
Alright, let's go get more Coon then. If we lose people, we gotta get more back.
Guess so. Alright, let us depart then, I suppose.
And so, you guys go to the record-keeping, archiving wing. And you guys see Marcone. Not that terribly hard to find him. There's not a lot of people in here. He just... like, does the final... and done. And he notes the large group that's come to find him. Hello! Something I can do for you? Marcone! Oswald, good to see you. We're about to go drinking. Or Marcone like pulls out, like looks at a watch on his wrist. Oswald, it's not even 2 yet. I know. Fuck it, I'm done with work for the day.
Latter boy. Right.
Yeah, perhaps you can look at my penmanship at a later point. Just write stuff down at the bar we're going to. Easy. A fair point, Oswald. A fair point.
I will bring
Which
2
bar are
pens.
we going to, anyways? So where's your friend at?
Oh god, what one was it? The Wayfarer's Fork?
Ooh, good pick, good pick. That's a
I'm
strong
assuming
pick
that's
right
the
there.
one I went to.
That's the only bar you guys know about.
Ah, okay.
That's a strong pick right there. Now you know, Wayfarer's Fork. Let's get going then.
Okay.
Attaboy.
Glass for the road?
He refills any tumblers that are not full.
Aw, I'm just gonna sip this one.
And you guys get going. You guys do take a detour at the Keeper's Weavers. Because you guys want to taunt Varric and Oswald decides we can get more people if we go. As you guys ding, enter the Keeper's Weavers, you see Costellos riding on a sort of a paper spreadsheet, just bookkeeping himself, and then Abigail is just sort of like at that sort of corner mirror area, eyeing like a mannequin which has like some attire on it. She's just like looking like at it intently, and then at you guys' entrance, she looks. Welcome. Oh, welcome back.
So,
Sup, she says with a chipper smile as she walks past all of you to Varric. And hello to you. Welcome back. Good to be back.
ew. Okay.
Romantics aside, Oswald, I thought I could smell alcohol. Speaking of alcohol, perhaps you guys like to join us. We're about to do some day drinking. She looks at the clock on the wall. It's not even 3 yet. I know. That's why it's called day drinking.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Exactly.
So suddenly Jesse McCree high noons the entire time. Overwatch. Anyways. I don't know. It's awfully early and... No, go on, girl. I have things wrapped up here. It'll be fine. Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. I'm your uncle. When have I never not been sure? She raised an eyebrow at that. Okay, a couple of times I haven't been sure, but this time is one of them where I am. Well... She looks at Varric. Only if you're buying. He rolls his eyes. When am I not buying? Perfect. Let's get going. Oh, but we're losing Costellos! Oswald's just like lamenting. Costellos! Someone has to mind the shop. Just close early and lose business.